And there we go. So hi, I'm Rhonda Donaldson. How are y'all doing? Are you awake? I mean, it is noon. If I have to be awake, you have to be awake. So I'm the coordinator of research services. So basically, it's just a fancy word for I'm the reference librarian here at Shepherd. And I'm just going to go through a few things, and I hope that I can help you out. It's going to hopefully help you with our website, your searches, your research for future projects, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen, and hopefully this will all work out. Okay, can you see my screen? Are we good? And you can hear me and everything's all copacetic. All right, cool beans. Now the funky part is I'll be able to see you, but it's just so weird sometimes doing this. Okay, so how many of you have come to the library page and used anything on the library page? You can just put your hand up, you know, or whatever. I'm cool. When you've searched, have you just been absolutely flabbergasted by everything that we've found and just overwhelmed? Or did you, okay, all right. Well, let me help you out here because that's what I do. So the first thing we're just going to do is going to work with our catalog, which is called World Cat Discovery. So on our first page, if you scroll down a little bit, you guys can play along with me too, by the way, if you can. If you don't want to, it's okay. And we're going to search for something. Do you guys have anything in particular that you'd like to search? Subject? Okay, we're going to just search for stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put in like the other day I was searching for veteran information for a graduate class. So I could do that, or I could do history. So let's just do Scotland because it's one of my favorite countries, and I love to go visit there whenever I get the money. So let's just put in Scotland and see what happens. Okay. Do you guys have a class that you're working on that you might need some help with research? Because if you just shoot me a chat, I can just go ahead and put in what you're searching for and see if we can find something. It might be better than just looking at Scotland. Okay, all right, okay. So let's just start with Scotland then. So as you can see, you put in Scotland and you get everything from all over the world, but you'll also get stuff that's in Shepherd University. So the first default is set up as libraries worldwide. And if you just, and it's nice to see that we have a lot of stuff because it comes up first. But if you just want to see what's in Shepherd, you would just come over here and click the Shepherd University link. And it will take it to everything that Shepherd has. If you want to just see books, you would come over and click books. And you'll see what books we have instead of all the articles and everything else, okay? If you want to just have ebooks, you unclick everything else. Because the left-hand side is going to be all the tools that you need to go through to be able to narrow your search down. Does that make sense? Okay. So as you can see, we now only have 1,784 results, which is so much better than what we had before. And it's just, these are just ebooks. So if you want to view the ebook, you just click view the ebook. And it takes you right to where you need to go. If you're off campus, it's going to ask you for a login, which will be your RAM's email and whatever your password is for that, okay? So you can download this. You can print out 30% of this book. You can search within this ebook. You can hit cite and it'll help you with your citations for this. And I figure you guys are probably using either MLA or APA, right? So we've got APA right here. You would just copy and paste right into your bibliography. Now, the one thing you have to know about this, they're not always correct. So you still have to know a little bit about the citation style whenever you copy this. So that's just a little bit about, I'm going to cut some of this out. That's just a little bit about WorldCat Discovery. Say we don't want a book and we actually want articles. So you're going to do a history paper on Scotland. So let's get rid of books in general. And we just want articles. So let's try for downloadable articles, because that way you get instant gratification and you get what you need, okay? Same thing happens. Left-hand side is where you would change it. So if you want a journal or magazine or something on the line of that, you would click one of these. You want full text just to make your life easier. Because if you don't click full text, then you'll have to order the item through interlibrary loan, which isn't really a big deal. It just takes about 3 days to get it, 3 business days. So if you ordered it on a Saturday, that order wouldn't go out until Monday, because that's our business days, Monday through Friday. And then, 3 days after that, you'd be able to get your item. And I can show you how easy it is. I'll take the full text off of there. I'll show you how easy it is to order an interlibrary loan. Which, of course, let me take that out of there. I was going to say, looks like we can't get into it. I want just articles. Notice it's peer reviewed, and you can view the full text. So probably not going to get anything because I already have Shepherd University. But let's go to libraries worldwide. See where it says other libraries worldwide, and that's the one we want. You would click into that title. Over here where it says access items, you can just click request item through interlibrary loan. You would come down here, you would fill out your information, and the 16-digit is that long number on your Rambler card. You would put undergraduate, and then you would just hit submit. That's how easy it is to order an interlibrary loan from another library, okay? So that's just one way to do it. So let's just click out of this, go back here, and I want to go back to our main page. So have I confused you totally yet? Okay, good. If you're looking for a journal, an electronic journal, you can actually type in whatever the electronic journal is. So say you needed sports. I'm just putting it in and hit enter. This takes you to our well, we actually have one named sports. This is cool. Let's just say we want to go into the biology of sports. And like I said, it's the same thing on the left-hand side. This is how you limit your results. So if we just want peer reviewed, which a lot of your professors will, click that, and it takes you to the ones that are actually peer reviewed. Do you guys know what peer reviewed means? Okay. Well, Shay, you're the only face I can see. So unfortunately, you're the one that if you shake your head, yeah, you're the one I'm going by. So say we want just biology of sport. You can see here we have full text access, and it tells you where these are located. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different places. So if you just click into biology of sport, say we're going to go to sport discus. This takes us to where that journal is located. And we have issues up to 2022, the latest issue, okay? And if you click into that, it will take you to that issue. And you can search, but that's every article that's in that issue, okay? So you can do that with a lot of different journals. If we have them, There's like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of journals in there. So if we have them, this is where you're going to find them. Okay, just remember, it's all from the front page of the library. Sound good? So far, we got it? Okay, and when it comes to a lot of these, I'm going to go back to the results list. You'll see there's a PDF. So that means you can automatically download it. But one other thing you might want to do, and this works with the EBSCO databases also, up here where it says sign in, click that. Luckily, my information's already in for my computer, but you guys would want to sign up for a free account. And you sign in once you get all that done. And yes, accept, sign in. And what you can do at this point is you can actually click this little folder button over here, and you can save this to your folder. And you'll see if you go to your folder, it's right here. You can add different folders and actually move that into a different folder if you want. And that way, whenever you're asked to do a bibliography, instead of trying to find everything that you needed again, you can have it right here in your folder. Okay? And it really makes it easier for you to work with all of this stuff. Because believe me, your brain's going to explode by the time you get through senior year, because you're going to have a lot of papers to do. This is a nice way to do it. You can create a folder. So say we're going to have a history class. So we're going to do History 101, and you can say, oh, Scotland and Outlander. Okay, and hit save. And then now anything that you want to add to History 101, you just add it to History 101. And that way you'll be able to come back and look at that again. So if we go to our search, we'll do a new search. We want to click full text, peer reviewed. We're still in sports discus, so I really doubt that they have anything with Scotland and Outlander, but we'll see. And let's put in, there's some things they do at the Scottish Games. So there's hill running, and let's see what comes up with that, just to see. So we've got a bunch of stuff for hill running, and we could add this. Say we'll take this one right here, and we'll add that to the History 101. So now we know that that is in a folder. Okay. So anytime you do that, that's going to really help you, because then you'll be able to come back to your folder, go down here to History 101, one article, and there's your article. Okay. Everything that's done in EBSCO is done by session. So when you leave this session and you haven't saved anything in your folder that you need, say you wrote down a title, you come back like 3 days later, type in that title. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to find that same article. So this is really a good tool to keep yourself with what you need. You can always take it, you can always delete the items, okay? So don't ever worry about that. My philosophy, I guess I need to select it first. My philosophy is always get more than you actually need. So if you are writing a 3 to 5 page paper and you need, say, for some astronomical weird reason, you need 12 database articles, 12 articles from a database, have 14 in here so that you can just, if you need to take a word from or a sentence from another article, at least you'll have that and you can use it for your bibliography. And it kind of shows you've gone above and beyond to be able to get your paper written. Okay? Professors look at that. weird as that sounds, they will look at that. So it's just something to get, you know, to remember. So I'm going to get out of here and actually go into instead of a journal, we're going to actually go into databases. Okay. So books, ebooks, articles, and more, that's where you're going to find your databases. You can come down here and search EBSCO, which is one of our highly used ones. These are the big four right here that are used. And we call them the big four because those are used the most. So if you go into EBSCO host databases and say we're doing another history paper. Okay. That was weird. It told me we have unlimited whatever. Okay, that's cool. Go into academic search complete. And I would suggest when you come to search, do not select all. It's going to overwhelm you. Just click one. Academic search complete is a good place to start. So same thing, full text, peer reviewed. These are what's called limiters. These will limit your search so that you don't get 3 bazillion articles. This will limit it down to at least 100,000. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. Make it as easy for you as possible. So I'm just going to leave it at full text, peer reviewed, and let's look at Highland Games. So you guys got me on this Scotland kick, and now I'm just going to stick with it. So if we want to, we can actually, I think I like the clearances better, but we'll go with games and hit search. Now, if you want Highland Games and history, it will give, you can actually search both. And you'll notice it went from 99 when we just searched Highland Games to 75 because those other ones didn't deal with just the history part of it. Sound good? So we've already narrowed down our topic enough. And we can actually look over here. We can take it from 1986. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm assuming that's what that says. To, and pull this little blue thing and say we want the newest things. So let's take it from 2016. So we'll take the last 4 years. And that takes us down to 15 articles. And so we can go from there. And if we want, we can change it or add more in. So if we just want to put it to just Scotland, you'll notice that we only get 3. That's all that's going to be there is 3. If we want United Kingdom, it's going to give us a whole 1, even though Scotland's part of the United Kingdom, and so is England. So you can narrow it down even more, but you can also make that a bit too narrow. So if you need to broaden this out again, let's pick one of these. Let's go with this one, Canadian pipe bands. Any of these, right, is searchable. So if we wanted to say, you guys have gone down the YouTube rabbit hole before, haven't you? Get into YouTube and just keep going. You can actually do the same thing here. So any of these blue, they're clickable. And you can say, okay, so instead of Highland Games, let's go with just bagpipes. And it takes it down to 6. Ooh, we get pictures too. And you can look at, oh, wow, what? Okay, so here's another thing that we have to look to, where it says full text finder. Anytime you click on one of those, notice your limiters have changed over here. You have to click in full text again, and you need to click in the peer reviewed again. And you'll notice that the dates have also changed. So everything changes every time you click to say we want to get into this one. So every time you click this, it's going to change again. So see where it says full text finder? You can click on that and it will take you, oh, so it's in open access. So this is good. So you can go to open access journal, this open access. Oh, and you can read it in Russian. And I don't think that's really going to help us any at all. So let's get out of there because Russian isn't going to work for us. And I have to see if I can move this. Aha, yay. Move this so I can close this. There's a strip that goes across the top of my page and I can't get underneath it because it's part of the Zoom thing. Okay, so that's really not going to help us any. So if we need to actually make this bigger, we can take this DE out, which DE stands for, it's not over here. There's usually a reason why that DE is there, and it's usually because you want that specific thing, bagpipes. So let's just get out of here, take that DE out, and let's just search bagpipes. And let's try searching something else. So music therapy. I don't know how you're going to get music therapy with bagpipes, but you can get music therapy. And these are called Boolean search terms. And is bagpipes and music therapy, or is bagpipes or music therapy. And the third one, not, is bagpipes not music therapy. So, or say you wanted males versus females, you would have female bagpipers, not male bagpipers. So does that make sense? Am I losing you here? Okay. So that's what Boolean searches will do. And since music therapy is 2 words, if we want to keep that as a phrase, we would put quotes around music therapy to make sure that is searching music therapy together, not just as 2 separate words. Does that make sense too? Okay, so let's search it and see what in the heck we find. Well, we got 8. So I really can't see bagpipes being helpful, but I love their music, but they're better outside than they are in, believe me. So that's just one way to narrow and broaden your subject. And see how I just went down a rabbit hole. So every time that you use a search term up here in this box, in these boxes, write it down. See how many hits you actually get. Because the search terms you use, or the keywords that you use to do these searches, are going to give you different hits each time. So if I wanted to, I could actually take music therapy and put it on the top and see that one, and healing, treatment, or recovery down here, okay? And that will actually give us something totally different. See, that gives us 492. Oh, 4,492. So you see, if you just change it a little bit, you're going to get a bigger volume than you are with just bagpipes. Does this make sense? Am I totally losing you? Okay, seriously, if you have any questions, pipe up and talk. I'm okay with being quiet for about 3 minutes, okay? Have I lost you anywhere? Are you still okay? Okay, once you get into these articles, it's a good thing to actually go into the article, okay? Into the abstract of the article, because then you'll be able to see what it's about. Sometimes the author will actually give you keywords to use. These subject terms will also work with your research paper. You'll notice where this is held in Brazil. And these are the keywords that the author suggests you use, okay? So if you find out that you like this and you want to see more of what that author has written, you can actually click on one of the authors and see what else they've written. And the first author has written 6 more that we are able to get to. Okay, so it does come in handy, and you'll see how this is all in caps. When you go in and you hit that citation, this isn't correct. So like I said, be very careful how you use those citations. And I can give you a couple places to look for citations. So are we good with databases and searching? Okay. And there's a lot of databases, and that's just one of them. Once you've searched pretty much EBSCO databases, once you've searched one, the interface looks pretty much the same. So say we go into compute the next one, age something. Okay. Oh, that one doesn't help at all. Let's go back. That one's not helpful. Of course it's not helpful. Let's go into APA PsycArticles. So you see how they have full text and open access. Open access just means it's going to be free. These, we pay for these, so these are all free for you anyway. So I usually click full text because I am into instant gratification. If you click full text, you'll be able to get it right then and there. Okay. So just showing you the different limiters that are here with each database. Because in APA, you're going to see all kinds of things like human population groups. You can do male to female. You can do brain imaging. You know, you guys can read. So any of that, and that's how that would work. Okay. Okay. JSTOR looks different. I'm just going to show you what they look like. But just read through them. You'll be able to see. It'll be okay. You guys will be fine. Okay. Nexus Uni. This is used more for law. Newspapers. Current events. So that's what you would find with Nexus Uni. And Project Muse, this is going to be more your English classes, okay? Though you're still going to find some really interesting stuff, cultural. Okay, sound good? Okay, let's go into LibGuides for a minute. And these LibGuides are great. And if you don't remember what you're looking for, click on my face, okay? And what we're going to do is, helpful little hints. We're going to go up to Citation Style Guide. And this is excellent because if you're doing APA, MLA, Turabian, Chicago, these are going to help you. And a lot of times what I did was give samples, style blogs, checklists, ideas like that. Plus, there's also citation builders. So if you're going to do citations, and this is my favorite, it's called NightCite. And what I like to do with NightCite, if I'm doing APA style citations, I click APA style over here. Say I'm going to be doing a journal. I click journal. Say they've got 2 authors. Oh, wait. Where's my authors? 2 authors. So it adds an extra thing. You put in their names. You put in the article, the journal you found it, which that information will all be there. Put in all of that information, you click submit, and it creates the citation for you. So that is going to be your best friend all through school, okay? It really will help. Now, do you want to see where I found that again? Just in case. Let's start back here. Click LibGuides. You can either click on my face or you can hit Citation Guides and Citation Style Guide, okay? If you guys are going to do an annotated bibliography, this is how you create one. If you need to work with a search strategy builder, this tells you how to use one. Any of this will help you. These LibGuides we've created to help you through your school, okay? Anything that we can do to help you, we have tried to put it here. So we just try to help you guys succeed. That's what we're here for, okay? So back to the citation style guide. Right here beside citation builders is a writing labs. The Purdue OWL is fantastic. And this is where you can get help for MLA and APA, okay? So say we're gonna do a paper in APA and you looked at this tab and it really didn't give you everything you needed. Open this up and it takes you to the Purdue OWL and they will help you with, you can find your information here, okay? If you still need help, that's okay. That's what we're here for. But this organizing academic research papers is a LibGuide that was created by someone else at Sacred Heart University. She did an amazing freaking job, okay? Just an amazing job. And I don't see the reason to recreate it. So we're going to hang on her coattails. So this gives you ideas of how to write your research paper, how to choose a topic, everything that you're going to need to be able to help you through a paper, okay? Just click on that and go for it because it's just so nice. I mean, goodness gracious, preparing to write. She gives you everything. And if you go here, you'll see that there's other. So let's choose a title. Let's making an outline. I mean, it's just, she really has done an amazing job. And I just can't see the reason to recreate it when it's already here. So these are things that we have put together to help you out. And I'm done talking, okay? So do you guys have any questions? In fact, I'm going to quit sharing my screen. Stop share. Whew. That wasn't too bad, was it? Are you guys okay? You survived that? Okay. If you need any help, we are at the reference desk. We are at the reference desk usually 9 to 5, okay? 9 to 4. But we also have an Ask a Librarian. That's one thing I did not show you and I should have. Let me show you that. Sorry. Got to share again. There we go. I'm just trying to get the right one. Screen 2. There we go. I've got 2 screens. It's so, God, it's so nice. Okay. So see where this says Ask a Librarian and see how this is right here. This means that text is open. So if you click that, you can just text us or chat with us. Okay. If this isn't here and it looks like an email icon, then you can email us and we will get back to you as quick as we can. And we have the Ask a Librarian page, which is basically our FAQ page, FAQ. So you can see that we do have things here that you can get into, okay? So we do try to answer as many questions as we possibly can for you. If you need hours, just click hours right there. Services. If you need to order an interlibrary loan and it doesn't give you that really cool order an interlibrary loan here, you would go under services, click interlibrary loan. If you want an article, you come down here and do that. And then you just fill out your information. And what this reminds me of is that I need to show you Google Scholar. So let's open up a new tab and type in scholar.google.com. And with every Google product, it always starts with what you need. So if you want a map, it's maps.google.com, books.google.com. And on your computers, come over there to that 3 little lines, go down here to settings, go down here to library links. And if you don't have Shepherd University yet, type in Shepherd University, search. When it comes up, click it, save. Okay? So Let's do Highland Games. Scotland. Let's do history. And you'll see that, you know, over here, you're going to find a bunch of free PDFs. That's a good thing. We're going to take this from, we're going to take the last year, 2021 and up. If this is working right, which I still need to check, it will say, if we have it, it'll say, find it at Shepherd over on this side over here. I haven't seen any lately, so I'm wondering if it's still working. However, if there's a PDF over here, I would open it up in a new page. Yes. And that's where you're going to get it. So you can just download it and go. Okay. And it already tells you that this is volume 10, issue 4. It looks like you can get the whole thing. Somebody's put up the whole journal. And it's Robertson's Rant. So that's interesting. All right, sounds good. This is where you're going to find scholarly journals, scholarly articles, okay? This isn't just going out and searching. Let me take this and I'll show you. Searching Google, just regular old Google, right? You're already seeing different things, right? This is not scholarly. And if you do happen to go to Wikipedia, and if you do only find that this is where you can find just that information that you need, do not ever cite Wikipedia. Come down here to where these references are located. Click on the reference. And actually, this is what you would cite, where the reference is located, not Wikipedia. It's a good pre-search tool. You can also look at the external links, which is where you're going to find some really good. Here, let's go US Scots, just because. You're going to find some information here as being redeveloped. Of course it is, because we're looking for it. Let's go to this FAQ. This is a Council of Scottish Clans and Association. So this is going to work better than just saying, oh, I found it on Wikipedia. Okay, so never, ever, 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 ever cite Wikipedia. However, you can go to the external links and you can cite those. Okay, makes sense? Because if it's a well-done wiki and it's a well-done section, it will have external links. It will have references. It will have notes. Go from here. You don't want to go from here. Okay? So just put up your right hand now and say, I will never, ever, ever cite Wikipedia, ever. But I will use the external links. Make sense? Good. Okay, so say we needed, I'm going to get out of that. So here we are back in Google Scholar. So we want to make sure that you guys are never, ever going to spend money on an article. So say we needed this one. And see how it wants you to buy the article for 40 bucks? We are not going to pay 40 bucks for this article. But what we will do is go over here and we will go to the article request form and we will take this, because this is our title. Oh, come on. This is our title. We're going to Control C and we're going to come down here and Control V to put it right in there. And you are going to cut and paste information, because this is the author, this is the journal it's in, this is the volume it is, this is the pages, this is the year, And that's what you're going to do, is put all of that information plus yours over here. Yes, you would like this article emailed to you as a PDF. Don't worry about that no longer needed after. Tell them you found it on Google Scholar. Yes, you've checked our stuff. Yes, you agree. Fill in this thing down here, right here, and then hit request this item. And that's when you should get it, within 3 to 5 business days. Okay? Usually if you put it in on a Monday night, you'll usually get it Tuesday sometime, maybe Wednesday. Okay? So they're pretty quick about the turnaround. So never, ever, ever pay $39.95. Give yourself enough time to find the articles you need so that you never have to pay. This is why we provide the databases for you, so that you don't have to pay. And if you get confused, holler at me. I'm here. That's what we're here for. We're here to help. We need t-shirts that say I'm a librarian. We're here to help. So that's what we're here for. Okay? And if you lose how to get to it, just remember, go to Shepherd University. We'll get rid of everything up here. Oh, some days this doesn't work right. Just go to Shepherd University, right? Click library. And then just, if you can't remember where it was, just click these things until you find what you're looking for. There's nothing wrong with hitting buttons. Stop share. Does that make sense? Am I good? Okay. Well, then I think I am complete. So seriously, if you have questions about anything, just ask. It's okay. No questions? You guys good?
I have one question actually.
Okay, sure.
I've used EBSCOhost before, and that's like my go-to, but recently, instead of my book for my classes, my teachers will write up like pages of notes. So it's their own notes from our book, but sometimes I want to use the information in their notes. Like it'll be like 10 pages worth of their notes from the book, but it's their words. So would I cite the book or would I cite
You
something
cite-
else? Because it is their words, not mine.
Yes, but you're really not going to use their words, right? Are you going to quote their words?
Yeah, I had this one paper. I actually took it out because I didn't know how to do it, but I put like a quote that they said because it was better from the book or
It
from
was
their
better
words
than the
rather than
book.
the book.
Their
Yeah,
paraphrasing was better. So
yeah.
if you want to do class notes, let's see if it has a spot on here. Because there is a way that you can say professor's notes. But honestly, they may have paraphrased it better. But because it's from that book, you still might want to use the book quote just to be on the safe side. You can always talk to your professor too to see if they would be okay with. So if citation builders, let's go down to Night Site and see what they have. And did you do it MLA or APA? Do you remember the style you were using?
I think it was APA.
APA. Okay,
Yeah.
so, well, that's not a thesis or dissertation. I want to say a reference work, but that wouldn't be right either. Let me see what the Purdue OWL gives us, and they might have something, they might not. But you might, like I said, also want to talk to your professor for this one, because it's not always, this is from the APA site. It's moved. How dare you? If I can't find it real quick, I will find it and Shay, shoot me your email or something and I'll see if I can figure it out. But you still might want to talk to your professor about this one. And it would be almost like an in-text citation. In fact, that's what it looks like it would be.
Rhonda, would it be part of an unpublished or like informally published material?
Well, see, that's just it. I'm not sure. I mean, is your professor ever going to publish this in another book, or did they use this for their publication process? That's why it's not always bad to talk to your professor, because that's a tough question. And but when it comes to in-text citations, that's paraphrasing, quotation. It's a secondary source because your primary source would be that textbook. So it would be a secondary source. That's why I'm wondering if it would be an in-text citation as the paraphrasing part of it. And then at the end, you could actually make it as class notes. So I'm sorry, I guess I can't answer that one. But I can keep searching to see if I can find it, but I'm not sure how well I'll do. Because I don't want to, quotations from research, no, that wouldn't be it. I mean, I'm just looking at the APA style on their page, and I'm trying to figure out if that's part of personal communication or classroom and internet sources. So like I said, there's links here. And I can see how to do a PowerPoint slide and policy and procedures manual. So I'm not sure here. Let me see if I can put this in a chat. And maybe that, I mean, I know that says classroom internet sources. I mean, intranet. So I'm wondering if maybe that might work. Otherwise, I'm going to have to just keep looking until I find your answer. So, and don't worry, I'm like a dog with a bone. I'll keep looking until I find something. But I would think that might help. Citations, classroom. And like I said, you can always ask your professor. Don't be afraid of them. Well, some of them, but don't be afraid of all of them. They're okay. They're human too, you know. But I'm not sure where else to look for that. So I'm sorry, that probably didn't answer anything.
No, that's okay. It helped a little bit, but I
Okay.
will talk to them and reach out too.
Yeah, and see, because I'm not sure. But that looks like it might be right. So, any other
we can
questions? Huh.
The question, but I am going to go ahead and post the reflection form in the chat for everyone. Just students fill out that form to count for your participation in this, but we can still keep doing questions. I just wanted to go ahead and get that link to everybody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so any other questions? Faiz, is that how you pronounce your first name, Faiz?
Yes, please.
Perfect, good, okay. Do you have any questions, since I'm gonna call you out and you're the only other person here other than Shay?
No, no, I'm good. Like I got everything I need.
Okay, good. Well, you know where we are. If you need help,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And I guess, you know, no more questions. I guess we're done. So thank you both for being here. Thanks, Michaela, for having me. And
Yeah.
look,
Do the workshop.
Yeah, and like I said, find me on the library page, look for my face, and ask questions. I'm here. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording.